Max Thomas, a widower living alone with his elderly dog in his late brother's former cabin, was accustomed to quiet. In the distance, a black SUV pulled over while he was drinking coffee behind the wheel. The SUV drove off after a door slammed. Something didn't feel quite right. Thomas observed them when he got out and started to move toward the location. Two puppies who were aggressively trembling both were strapped to splintered wooden spike ropes that were twisted tightly around their little bodies, one with a bloody paw and the other too chilly to raise its head. They simply stared up at him in silence, fixed and fading, without barking or resisting. "Dear God," muttered Thomas. He wrapped the pups in his coat, hurried them to the truck, and crouched in the snow to untie the ropes with strained fingers. Max moved in the passenger seat, gave them a single sniff, and then cuddled up next to their bundled bodies. Thomas turned on the warmth, his heart pounding. The sky was already closing in, and the closest shelter was more than 50 miles away. A storm was rapidly approaching. He left the main road and made his way to the old family cabin by a slender, snow-choked lane. Despite being abandoned for years, it still retained a functional stove and firewood inside its four walls. Within, Thomas moved quickly. He placed the pups next to the fire on towels, boiling water with honey and powdered milk added. When he applied a moist towel to the stronger pup's mouth, it licked just a little. The other remained motionless. Max lay warm and quiet next to them. Thomas fed them and spoke to them in whispers throughout the night. The fire's glow brought back memories of his wife and the life he had lost. It had been years since he felt this alive. Both pups were breathing more steadily by morning. While the other blinked, one raised its head. Thomas shed tears. A white pickup truck pulled up later that day, and two camouflage individuals got out, one brandishing a rifle. One person said, "Heard someone picked up two pups," as they turned to face the cabin and past Thomas. Standing tall, Thomas declared, "I haven't seen anything." Max snarled quietly next to him. After pausing, the men returned to their pickup. That evening, a huge storm struck. The wind howled. Thomas fed the pups and chatted to them like family as snow buried the road. But he knew deep down that they couldn't remain since they weren't his to keep. And suddenly, via the movement of the frosted window, a big dog that was cautious, but definitely their mother, appeared. She waited at the edge of the woods, watching Thomas open the door, without barking or approaching. The wind came rushing in. The more robust puppy whimpered softly. The mother moved forward, her nose up. She walked gently into the hut, sniffed, and licked the pups' faces as they cuddled up around her. She had arrived to get them. Thomas took a step back, heartbroken. Max sat next to him, motionless. The dog got up at dawn and headed for the woods. The puppies trailed behind. One took a single glance back before disappearing into the pines. Thomas remained silent. Max sat next to him, motionless. "We did good, boy. We really did," he muttered. "Because letting go can sometimes be the bravest thing you can do, and acts of kindness that are performed without anticipating anything in return can sometimes be the most compassionate."